Most resilient people on this earth. No nation could go through what we went through and still keep going on. Under the whole host of heaven has not been done what was done unto Israel, unto Jerusalem. Give me that in Daniel 9 and 12. And hold that, we're going back. We are the Most High God's chosen people, and all he wants us to do is to serve him for the abundance of all things. Stop thinking that the other nations are better than you. Love your natural hair. That's a law written in the Bible. You have the hair of the Most High God.
That's right.
Cherish that thing. Women, stop wearing pants. Even in slavery, look at our women. They were wearing dresses, right? There's nothing you can't do that you can do in a dress that you can't do in a dress. You can do everything you need to do, and you can do it in a dress or a skirt. Modest apparel that covers you up, because that is your beauty.
The book of Daniel, chapter 9 and verse 12.
Bring it out.
And he had confirmed his words, which he spake against us, and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil.
So the Most High God brought upon us a great evil. Just like what's going on with coronavirus, that was brought on by the Most High God. These pastors like to say, oh, this isn't of God. God is in control of everything on this earth.
That's right.
Even Satan. It's not a battle against God and Satan.
That's right.
Everybody works for the Most High God.
That's right. For under the whole heaven had not been done as had been done.
Listen to this. Read that part again.
For under the whole heaven had not been done as had been done upon Jerusalem.
Everything that has been done under the sun that's been done to Jerusalem, the so-called Israelites, has not been done to the other nations. Can you name something that the other nations went through that as horrible as we went through? Think about it. Go back. Think about it. Let me know. The Holocaust? No. It was not as bad as the slavery we went through. Read.
The book of Judah, chapter 5 and verse 21. But if there be no iniquity in their nation,
if there be no sin within the nation of Israel,
let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their God be for them.
Lest the Most High God defend the children of Israel, and he be for us.
And their God be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world.
That's how the world knew God's name. For what? Because of what he did to Egypt. So now, what he's about to do to America, he's going to rescue the 12 tribes of Israel. The ones that are keeping the laws of the Most High God.
That's right.
Because that was our whole duty. That's what we were put on this earth for. Deuteronomy 10 and 12. And then we're going to go into these laws and I'm going to show you. Because that's where our areas. That's where we don't know where we're going wrong because of the sins that we're in.
That's right.
You said 5 and 21?
Which one?
For Judah.
Judith 5 and 20. 20 and 21.
Judah 5 and 20 and 21.
Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 12.
Chapter 10.
And now Israel.
So this is us when we're in the wilderness after coming out of Egypt. After the Most High God destroyed Egypt for us.
And now Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy God.
Fear God. Fear the judgments for breaking his laws. Just because the Lord is long-suffering, now that we have grace to get ourselves right, not grace to do whatever we want, but grace to get ourselves right. Oh, I didn't know that was a sin. Let me change my ways. Let me make haste and follow the Most High God. Because he's long-suffering doesn't mean that we can get away with it. Because there is a judgment. Fear the judgments for breaking his laws.
And to love him and to serve the Lord.
How do you love God? Sis, how do you love God? Because can you hug God? Can you kiss God? So if you can't hug and kiss somebody, how do you show them that you love them? Being obedient, doing what they say to do, right? Because love is what? It is an action word. There's some type of action behind love. I can't say I love you and then go sleep with thousands of women and come back and be like, oh, I love you. You're not showing it by your actions. No, read that. Read what's in it.
The book of 2 John, verse 6. And this is love, that we walk after after his commandments.
So this is how you show God you love him. Walking in the commandments of God. Walking in the ways that he told you to walk. Because it's only for your benefit. There's no harm that's going to come upon you keeping God's laws.
Right.
But you doing what you want to do has led us into a whole heap of trouble. That's why we're in the conditions that we're in. That's why our people are comfortable in this condition. Go back.
2 John what?
2 John 6.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 12. And now Israel, what does the Lord thy God require of thee?
He didn't say, he's not just asking this of us. He said it is required. He's not just, hey, if you find time, if you could, please do this for me. No. He said, you are required to do this. This is what I made you for. Read.
But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
Every fiber of your body serve the Most High God. With all your spirit. Seek him 10 times more because we went away from him. We made the mistake. Not him. So we need to get ourselves right and come back and serve him for the abundance of everything.
To keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good.
The Most High God did this for our good. This is our wisdom and our understanding amongst all the nations. The Most High God has chosen us to be nigh unto him. Give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6. The Most High God has created separation. How are we going to tell him that we know how things operate better than he does when he created everything?
That's right.
Any electronic that you buy, what does it come with? A manual. What is this? This is our constitution. This is our heritage. This is our manual. This is how we maneuver through this earth.
That's right.
This is our understanding. This is everything. And we have it sitting on our dresser like it's nothing. Collecting dust. Bringing it out. When do we seek the Most High God? Give me that, Hosea 5:15. When is the only time we call the Most High God's name? You always call on him? Okay.
Hosea what? Typically
5 and
people
15.
only call their
When they need something. When they're in trouble, right? You guys didn't run up on us by coincidence. Read.
The book of Hosea, chapter 5 and verse 15.
Bring it out.
The Most High God knows what he created.
Hosea.
He knows his people. Read.
I will go and return to my place.
The Most High God is going to return to his place. He's going to sit back and chill.
Till they acknowledge their offense.
Till we acknowledge the sin that we're in. Till we acknowledge what we did wrong. Our iniquities. The lust that we went after to follow.
And seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early.
When they're going through something, they're going to seek me. When I let Satan get after them, now they're going to call my name. But you can't just call the Most High God's name when you're in trouble.
That's right.
John 9 and 31. Just because you're in trouble, you can't call on him and expect him to help you. And then when things are all good, you go back to doing whatever you want to do. Because the Most High God doesn't hear sinners. He doesn't hear you if you aren't keeping his laws.
The book of John, chapter 9 and verse 31. Now we know that God heareth not sinners.
Sis, did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Because what do we always say? What do we always say in church? God hates the sin, not the sinner, right? That's what they teach us, right?
Yes.
The book of John, chapter 9, verse 31. Now we know that God heareth not sinners.
The Most High God doesn't hear sinners. Your prayers aren't going any higher than the ceiling. He doesn't hear you. If you are not keeping his laws, if you are not doing what he tells you to do, he does not hear you.
But if any man be a worshiper of God and doeth his will, him he heareth.
The will of God. So if you're doing the will of God, he's going to hear you.
That's
if
right.
you're doing what he tells you to do.
Bring it out.
And what he tells you to do is not hard. And what he tells you to do is for your benefit.
That's right.
The same way your parents tried to lead you down a straight path, they weren't doing it to harm you. At the time, you thought that they didn't want you to have fun, that they didn't like you. No, if they were doing it for your benefit.
That's right.
The book of Psalms, chapter 40 and verse 8. I delight to do thy will.
I am happy to do your will, God. That is what brings me joy.
That's right.
Oh my God, yea, thy love is within my heart.
What does that mean? The law is within my heart. What's that mean, sis? Angelique, what's that mean? So what is your heart? Your heart is just a vessel that pumps blood, right? So if the law is in my heart, what does that mean? It's in my mind. Exactly. I'm doing it. I'm actively thinking upon that.
Meditating on it. Yeah.
The book of Mark, chapter 7 and verse 21. For from within, out of the heart of men,
because the heart is just a vessel that pumps blood, it's going to tell you what your heart is.
Proceed evil thoughts.
This is where our evil thoughts come from our mind. That's why we have to meditate in this book day and night. That's why we have to keep our Bible with us. That's why we're with our brothers. Two is better than one, because when our mind starts to lead us astray, our brother says, nah, bro, you going off. Look at this script right here. Nah, that's not what the Most High God told us to do.
Adulteries, fornications, murders.
These are things. Hatred is murder. Adultery, sleeping with married people. Fornication, which is a sub-law of adultery. Two single people sleeping together and just going off and doing whatever. What does this lead to? It leads to baby mama, baby daddy. It leads to jealousy. It leads to all manner of sin and wickedness. When we follow our own minds. That's why every man out here is wearing fringes. Because it reminds us not to go after our mind.
That's right.
Which we used to go a-whoring, doing whatever we wanted to do. The Most High God said, keep my laws. It's simple. We just have to humble our spirit down and do it.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.